Probably should fix that today, but I don't think I'm going to. Instead, it is such a nice day here in Arizona that I think I'm gonna go spend it at the junkyard. I'm gonna go find some interior pieces for this truck, for the S10. Want to try and find a door panel for that side over there. And then if I get lucky, maybe even find a dash for it. I really want to put a dash back in this thing. I just want to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little less race truck, a little more street truck. So we'll go to the junkyard, see what we can find. If there's anything good, we'll bring it home. Now we'll be filming on the GoPro this entire time, so I apologize for the noise. I hate the way GoPros get this noise when you're moving them around and stuff. It's just smaller, it's easier to conceal. It's easier to talk to when you're out in public. You're not holding this giant camera and people are looking at you funny. So like I said, I apologize for the noise. It really bothers me. It may not bother you guys, but it does me. So yeah, we'll get going, head over to the junkyard. It's actually 1 year to the day. Exactly 1 year ago today, I was at the junkyard trying to find the parts for this. I think I was getting like coils and a few other things, some wire harnesses and stuff for this truck. Exactly 1 year ago today. I'll put the link to the video up above. Me and my girlfriend Kara took a trip there. Today she's not going to be with me, unfortunately. It's her birthday's in a couple of days, so she's spending the day with her friends doing Sunday fun day. So that gives me some free time to head to the junkyard. So I get to have a little bit of me time. But yeah, also, if any of you guys are local to Phoenix and need a tool cabinet or tool cart, I got this one available. I just have way too much stuff in my garage. Not really using it at all. Tired of storing it. So hit me up. I'll make you a good deal. Either send me an email or hit me up on Instagram, Robbie_V_, and let me know if you want this. I'll make you a good deal on it. But all that stuff aside, let's get to the junkyard. So their system can't look up S10 pickup. They can only look up the Blazer, Sonoma, or Jimmy. And so I'm just out here kind of wandering around trying to find I've been able to find lots of round body S10s, but none of the square bodies. We're just kind of looking around, browsing, seeing if there's any other goodies out here. Oh, here's an S10, but it doesn't have the driver's door. Dash is ruined. Oh, there's the driver's door. Let's see here. No door panel. Oh, it's right here. Nope, that's not it. Kind of need a rear bumper too. That's all bent. Well, keep on looking. I think I might have found a dash. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. My battery's gonna die. I went from 100% to 0% in like 4 seconds, but this truck's pretty messed up. I can't get this door open, so I got some work ahead of me. I'm gonna try and get it out. All right, so I abandoned removing the entire dash. It keeps cracking every time I touch it. So I'm gonna settle for just a gauge cluster. See if I can make something work out of that. Oh, well, that was a waste of time. I got up to the register, and for that like gauge cluster assembly, they wanted like $87 for that, because they broke it up individually. So they charge you for the bezel, the cluster, the HVAC control, they charge you for everything added up, and it ended up being like 87 bucks. And I was like, are you kidding me? It's like, I don't need it that bad. So just wasted all that time pulling it out and taking it up there just to not even buy it. But I thought this Junkyard stuff was supposed to be cheap. I mean, maybe I'm out of line, but for $87, I'll just make a sheet metal dash or something. Man, glad I didn't pull the whole dash out. Come to find out, they want like 300 bucks for the dash. Oh, so I don't know. I saw a bunch of other stuff in there that would, you know, like my hoarder kicked in. I was like, oh, I could use that, or I don't need that, but it'd be cool to have, like, you know, like Vortec 350 heads. I thought about snatching up some cylinder heads, but I just didn't feel like tearing into it that far. I was also on the lookout for like a Gen 6, I think they are, big block, you know, like the Vortec 454, so 96 and newer, but didn't come across any of those. But like I said, that's my hoarder kicking in. Like, it'd be cool to have. I have no reason for it, but it would be cool to have. But yeah, so kind of wasted a few hours today, so I don't think I'm gonna go to any other locations because like I said, they can't even look up S10 pickup in their system. It only brings up the SUVs for some reason, so they can't even guarantee me that there's you know, a truck of my year in the yard. I just happened to find 2 of them here. Neither one of them had door panels, which is what I really want. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna waste any more time at the junkyard today. So probably just head back to the house and probably start pulling the transmission out of the S10. Man, these farmers out here, they don't waste any time. They just picked all the cotton off that field. Now they're already plowing it up, and they'll plant alfalfa on it now. So they switch back and forth between cotton and alfalfa, and as soon as one season's over, they just till it up and replant it. Never waste any time, man. It's crazy. Where I grew up, I raised alfalfa, so I basically lived on a farm. We had horses, cows, all that kind of stuff. I was super allergic to horses, so I didn't really ride them much. But I took care of all the hay fields. I irrigated them, helped cut them, bale it, haul it, all that kind of stuff. So having those fields really close to my house, you know, kind of makes me feel at home. It's kind of nice. But yeah, those guys, they don't waste any time. It's either cotton or alfalfa, always growing in those fields year round. But just pulling into the house now, and we'll see if we can get something done on the S10. All right, we're back in the garage, and I know I said a couple videos ago that the whole purpose of putting the S10 over here was so I could work on the C10, but as you can see, got a bit of a problem with the S10 transmission still leaking, and the S10 is the favorite child. I'm sorry to admit it, but it is the favorite child of the two, so it is going to get my full undivided attention. So as you guys can probably tell in the background, I've got some pieces off of it, and yeah, the other day I got bored and started tearing it apart. I switched out this factory cover with the knock sensors for this nice slick ICT billet. Plus I was just kind of going through and inspecting everything. While I had that off, I was inspecting what cam lobes you can see with that off, which is only like the front 2 and the back 2, and everything was looking good. I'd cut open the oil filter again. I don't know if I showed this on previous videos, I can't remember, but everything in there is looking good. So I think I can stop worrying about this engine. I can stop worrying about me putting this together and it dying. So I feel good about it. I'm gonna leave it alone and just have fun with it, not worry so much about it anymore. But what I do need to worry about is that transmission leak. Now, what's funny is I've already pulled this apart. I know the issue. The Ultra bell housing on it has a hairline crack on one of the bolt holes, and I tried to band-aid it. I should probably have it welded up. What's weird is I got it to seal up. All those times I was at the track, never leaked. And I let it sit, and after a week of sitting, it started to drip just a little bit. And then now, the longer it sits, the worse it gets, which is kind of weird. But I don't know, we're gonna pull it out. I've already got a new bell housing on the way. I wasn't gonna mess with welding it or doing anything like that. So I got a new SFI bell housing on the way. Probably supposed to be here tomorrow, I think. But we're gonna get this transmission ripped out. Make sure that's the only problem we have with it, and hopefully get this thing taken care of once and for all. But let's get to work. So I am probably gonna do a time lapse because I want to turn on some music and just kind of get this thing out. Don't want to take a whole lot of time with getting it out. You guys have all removed transmissions hopefully and know how to do it. So with that, we'll cue the time lapse. All right, I got the trans out, and that was not easy. Just does not fit in this truck. And yeah, I made another mess. I failed to drain the transmission because I wanted to save the fluid. So there's a huge mess of ATF on the floor now. And I'm blaming Roadkill because as I was doing this, I was watching Roadkill Garage, so I think it jinxed me. But I'll get under here and show you guys. Yeah, huge puddle. Transmission sitting there on the jack, but I wanted to show, if I can find my light. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of room for the bell housing up here. And you can see right there where I had to kind of smash it with a pry bar to try and get that bell housing up through there. And my pry bar is still sticking through the floor right there through a hole I drilled. But yeah, not a whole lot of room. Pain in the ass. But yeah, I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. So see, this thick ass bell housing just does not want to fit up through there. But anyways, let me show you what I'm dealing with here. See if I can make more of a mess. painful. But so basically what I got going on is this bolt right here, the bell housing was cracked. And you can see my attempt to band-aid it with some silicone because I didn't want to buy a new bell housing. And I didn't want to try and find someone to weld it. But now I've got time and new bell housing on the way. So we're gonna get this thing off, undo all these bolts, get it off, and wait for the new bell housing to get here. This bolt actually stretched. You can see it's starting to stretch right here, so it's probably a good thing pulling this out anyway. One of these things is not like the other. That's the new bell housing that I just got. Just showed up in the mail. Ordered it from Summit. Here's the part number. But this is their brand of bell housings. It says it fits the TH400. But as you can tell, this opening here is much different than this opening here. So, yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, not gonna work. That really sucks, because that was a really good price on that bell housing. I should have known it was too good to be true. And the picture looked like that, but I know you don't always go off of the pictures and stuff, and I was hoping that it was just going to be right since it said it was for a Turbo 400, but apparently it's not right. I don't know what the hell that would fit. Maybe an aftermarket case Turbo 400? I don't know. Doesn't say anywhere in the description, but yeah, that sucks. So now that just means I gotta return this, fork out more money for the right one. I should have just done it in the first place, but trying to save a few bucks here, you know, around the holiday times. Trying not to spend so much money on myself. But I don't know. I guess we'll send this thing back and see what we can come up with. But that puts a real kink in the project. Got my transmission all out, tore apart. And now I gotta wait on parts. Well guys, that about does it for this video. Not a whole lot more I can do. Got my transmission all tore out and no parts. So as always guys, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one.